Fletty's hiding his money bag.
I'm moving my keys and my AirPods so I don't have like misshapen mouth.
It's another 12 Beers of Christmas 2022. I'm in the beer garden of Fair State Brewing Cooperative with
Who am I?
Fletty, Chuck, and Leif. Chipwell, and we are drinking Giantsbane. I guess we could say the return.
The return of Giantsbane.
Giantsbane.
Yep.
I don't know much about the story, but y'all been schooling me. So they just call it a Double American Stout. So we're all member owners here. We should mention that. Shout out Fair State.
Number 722, represent.
708.
650.
Oh,
650.
I don't.
Pulling rank on you two.
I don't know my number. I bet you I'm later than all of those. I might be quadruple digits. Double American Stout. I want you guys to tell the story because you guys clearly knew a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so I fell in love with this beer when it first came out. I was so happy to see it come back. I remember this beer came out in I think what was like peak barrel-aged stout, pastry stout, pastry barrel-aged stout, like just craze. And then Fair State, these guys just put out, here's just a regular stout. And it's on the upper end of things at 8%. And I remember having this beer and I was like, wow, it just brought me back when everything was like this world of extreme pretzel donut bourbon, you know, everything. And this is just like a regular old stout. It was like their pills for me. It was like the stout version of their pills where it was just like simple and delicious and amazing. And it was just like,
and it didn't have to have rum raisin, graham cracker barrel. Nice.
Yeah. And it's just like black coffee, it's bitter chocolate, it's balanced,
Sweet, creamy, roasty, rich.
The nitro really.
Yeah.
So on tap here at the brewery tap room, it's on nitro. Fletty, who's been coming back for pretty much a month of Fridays to get his 4-pack cans, CO2 carbonated.
Oh,
any difference?
Yeah, the nitro is a little sharper. The cans, I think, are a little sweeter. A little richer. It's just a difference in texture. And yeah, I've missed this beer. It's been gone for
way too long.
3-4 years. Yeah. I don't remember, but
I like how you're muling for yourself.
What's that?
You're muling Giantsbane for yourself.
So I guess that's an interesting thing to talk about. Like when a brewery makes a beer, but doesn't make it necessarily even annually, it becomes kind of its own cult classic, right?
Yeah, and as like a self-respecting beer nerd, you know, I realize that my tastes don't always represent the market, and brewers got to make decisions based on business. And if this beer needed to go away because it wasn't selling, I guess I understand that, but I'm really glad it's back.
Yeah. Well, there used to be a time when, you know, when a brewery opened years ago, it didn't open because it had a signature pastry stout or a pastry stout or a milkshake IPA. You know, you opened and you had your house IPA, your house stout, your house, you know, and it's nice to actually have a stout available and not have to go searching for one.
It's some brown malt. I think there's some brown malt.
There's some brown malt. The website, the only malt it lists is brown malt. I'm like, surely this is not a single malt beer, but just the fact that they call that out is pretty cool. And what does brown malt taste like in the mix of all these other potentially roasted dark malts? When you taste brown malt, like what's that one layer you're grabbing?
Brown malt for me is like a nutty.
Yeah, and bready, sort of a little, what I'm looking for, like rye. It's got some rye.
Pumpernickel-y.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Drying.
Yeah, there's definitely, that's the finish that I get. It's like just dry.
Yeah.
After the nitro's gone, after all that, it's just dry.
And that's the amazing thing about this beer is it's like it's sweet. It's sweet and bitter balanced, right? You get all this roast, all this flavor, but then you take a sip, you swallow, it's gone, you're ready for the next one.
Right. It takes you on that little journey. Yeah. You know, you've got the sweet, creamy chocolate coffee on the front. It dries out, and then you I want some more of that.
Mm-hmm. Way too drinkable for 8%.
Right. Kind of like oatmeal stout, but with a little bit more gas in the tank, right? All right. Well, 12 Beers of Christmas. We're actually here on Drinksgiving, aka Thanksgiving Eve. Shout out to all member owners of Fair State. Shout out to Fair State. Shout out to you guys, man. I know we're all busy.
Happy Drinksgiving.
We're about to go home and get our meal prep on. for tomorrow to like.
Pies to make.
Yeah, I've got green beans to blanch, dressing, bread to tear up.
Yep.
All right,
Butternut
Joe.
squash to roast.
Yeah,
Yeah, butternut squash soup. There
that's
we
what
go.
you're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Only or like that's a side.
That's one of the sides, and I'm also blanching some green beans too. I'll do the green bean casserole.
All right.
Butternut squash.
All right, y'all. Cheers till the next 12 beers. Chop for chop.
Brew for brew.
See how flat Fletty's chest looks?
There are no iPods.
There are no
AirPods in there. There are no AirPods in those kitties at all.
No AirPod shaped lumps in that man's
We're gonna
chest.
fix him tomorrow.